today. From Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Denver Broncos taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Operating from the gun, Plummer. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Plummer. They set up the screen to Portis. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, Plummer drops this one off to Portis. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So here are the Eagles now backed up to start their first drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. McNabb to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. And that fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They got to take care of business first.
Now a handoff to Davis. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. From the gun on 3rd down. Plummer, and Thomas has it. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Plummer. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The numbers there in last week's game for Smith. 6 catches, 58 yards.
And you know what he did all week in preparation for this one? Hydrated.
Salivated.
Yes, stretched, dreamed, going against the last team in the league against the pass.
Yeah.
He expects to catch every one thrown today.
You're right. They have struggled 32 of 32 in that category. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Thomas brings it in. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick slant here to Smith. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty. On 2nd down, Davis. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Davis, he'll try to run for it. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Davis. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Plummer. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
now for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and out. And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. We get a look at what Ertz did receiving-wise last week. 5 catches, 52 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both. You're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He finds his man, complete. That's Curtis. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
The 1st down carry for Davis. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Plummer. That's complete to Sharp. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Over the middle to Smith. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Plummer. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. Back to throw again. Over the middle, it's Thomas. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Here's a give to Davis. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
From the gun on third down. Plummer, touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker. Sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Point after here coming up. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's McNabb. Looking sideline, incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, McNabb. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They'll run with Davis. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Davis. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got his man. It's Thomas. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league. But this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Jackson now to return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Deshaun Jackson getting set to go again on offense. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried, because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with McCoy. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down. Does a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
McNabb. He'll hit Jackson, complete. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now McNabb. Ertz has it left side. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Now a draw play, it's Portis, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. After the penalty, it's Davis. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Thomas has got it, complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Over the middle, open is Thomas. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Off play action. Plummer. That is going to be caught by Sharp for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos are able to add on to their first half lead.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Jackson now to return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Now a first down throw, McNabb. And he's got the hook up to Macklin. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now it's McNabb. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now they got to get to the line quickly. To throw, McNabb. And this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And control of the until the half. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Here's McNabb. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. He finds his man, complete. That's Curtis.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
On 1st and 10, McNabb. That's caught by Jackson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Now a second down and 6.
They'll set up a throw. He finds McCoy. And he gets it down to the 32. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. So nothing doing there. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And this is Ertz with it, right side. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. High throw, but the catch is made.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And he's going to go down again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, that takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Lowe is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And McCoy loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Plummer. He gets it to Thomas.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he's got this down to the 35. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On first down, it's Davis, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. To throw on 2nd down. Plummer, he finds his man, complete. It's Thomas, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole...
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
2nd down, McNabb.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. This is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's 3rd and long.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Curtis. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And we have seen him to this point with 4 touchdowns. We get a glance at his work. It's been good work.
Oh, it's been excellent work, and it's made so much better by our guys. Look at that montage of great plays that they put together. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, you speak it pretty well, but these guys, the pictures they put up, off the...
Very good, and he's got his team in the lead right now.
They begin with a run by Davis. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. On the give, here's Portis. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
They hand it off to Portis. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Catch here, left side, Thomas. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Working with a 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Davis. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Now a handoff to Davis. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And his kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they? Not only have they done it, they've put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory. And leading here in the 4th. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 6. Ertz over the middle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there. Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down.
So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off at the 46. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Davis. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it again here with Davis. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Again, it's Davis. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain.
85 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
On 3rd down, Plummer.
Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they're well on their way.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Strip that ball. 56.
McNabb to throw. They'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Looking to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Eagles send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Oh, good move. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Denver's offense ready to go again. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
Here's Davis. He'll try and run some clock. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
2nd and 14.
They go again with Davis. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Plummer. Throw left side, complete. That's Walker. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Broncos send out their punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
On 1st down, it's McNabb. The open man is Westbrook. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
McNabb's throw taken in here by Jackson.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Curtis. And he goes out right around the 39. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field.
And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
A 1st down carry for Davis. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll keep it on the ground. Davis.
And he's going to have a Broncos 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was that they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, offer a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Denver, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Broncos are winners as we